You're cordially invited to today's episode of Sanctuary of Reality, my comic review series. RSVP with Church and State Chapter 7, beginning Book 2, Back to East, in Cerebus issue 58, all lined up. Once again at the Regency Hotel, Cerebus, his wife, Red Sophia, and Sophia's mother, Mrs. Henrot Gutch, have dinner with Harmon Blakely. He gets along well with Mrs. Henrot Gutch, though Cerebus is clearly not her biggest fan. When he makes a snide remark, she throws a roll at his head, which leads to him flinging gravy at her face. Red Sophia tries to act as mediator, but it escalates into a full brawl, cutting short Blakely's visit. That night, Red Sophia tries to talk to her husband in bed about Blakely's flirting with her mother, which leads to Cerebus being brutally honest. Sophia then gives him the cold shoulder. Suddenly, a knock at the door rouses the already riled Cerebus as he's summoned by the Pope of the Eastern Church of Tarim, Pope Harmony IV. Seems they've been going through popes quickly since Cerebus was last prime minister. So Cerebus goes to meet with Pope Harmony IV, who's old, feeble, and seemingly senile. Yet, what he talks about is of great importance to Cerebus's near future. Will Cerebus take heed of the wisdom imparted by the Pope? And just why is a representative of the Western Church's Pope there, writing down every word? Hey, we get our first something fell moment. It's a recurring motif, usually signifying a significant moment in the grander scheme of things. I very nearly named my review series Something Fell until I discovered another reviewer in text blog format had already used it. So, yeah, interesting note to note. Mrs. Henrot Gutch is based on the character of Grandma from the works of British cartoonist Carl Giles. I've never even heard of him, but I'm sure those of you who are familiar with his work will see the resemblance in the character. In a way, this is really the true start to Church and State. Everything else before, it's just been prologue or unrelated events. But pay very close attention to the analogies and the wording of things that the Pope talks about in this issue. They will become clearer as we go along, or at least a little more evident. Not to say he's entirely sane, but there's a lot of foreshadowing going on that makes this issue very important to the book's future and its overall storyline. Next time, a trilogy of anthology issues begins.